Hello everyone, Storpy here of course. I just wanted to make a quick video. Sorry about the fact that I look like shit today. I wasn't expecting to make any videos today. It's a Sunday afternoon, but something's come up which I thought I'd just share with you. Many of you will probably have seen this on other people's channels, namely Let's Players channels, but it doesn't hurt to add to the pile of flaming shit that is this situation. So, I will get out the way first of all, for people who can't be bothered to watch the whole video, that this doesn't affect me anywhere near as much as it could affect other people, so I'm mainly pissed off on their behalf, but still, it's a principal thing. Anyway, just recently, on Friday in fact, today is Sunday as I say, so 2 days ago, I signed into my YouTube channel, looked at my set of roughly 1,000 videos, oh yeah, 1,016 I think it is, overall, that have been released. I sort of passed that milestone by quite quickly, didn't I, but never mind. And I had a message at the top saying, have you noticed a drop in your advertising revenue recently? Because if you have, it might be because we've disabled monetization on lots of your videos. Click here to see all the ones affected. So I did, and I found 200 videos, or nearly 200 videos, affected only on the Storpy channel so far. So there's Storp Mela, there's all top fives, which I'm really worried about. There's all different things. And so 6 full pages of stuff that said, not suitable for all advertisers. Okay, not suitable for all advertisers, I said. I didn't do a very dramatic drink when I watched this. I was a little bit more, when I noticed this, I was a bit more pissed off. Basically, there's a manual process on each video. Let me jump to my videos page just so you can see what I'm talking about. Bosh, there you go. So, this is my videos player. You'll see that I've got limited or no ads selected as my view, which you can't actually, there isn't actually a view for this. You can't select it in the view thing. It's there now, but when you're just on your YouTube page, it doesn't show up. Anyway, so there's this, and you can see, not suitable for all advertisers, not suitable for all advertisers, not suitable for all advertisers, not suitable for all advertisers. And this went on for 6 pages, and that's 6 pages of 30 videos. So I thought, that's interesting. I had a little look around YouTube and saw, oh, hang on, lots of other Let's Players have had this problem as well. What the hell could the problem be? Basically, there's a manual process each time asking for me to review it, which is fantastic, right? So what that means is I have to go to each video, click on the little link, which is basically there, where you can click on it. I've done all of them apart from one just so I could show you. Here you go. Monetization status. Limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for all advertisers. Your video remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Red. Brilliant. All those people who use YouTube Red. Anyway, so that was supposed to be a lot more dramatic. I fucked up clicking on it quite a few times, but whatever. Here we go. Request manual review. Right now, we are only able to review videos with at least 1,000 views in the past 7 days. We'll review your video when it reaches that threshold and give you the final decision usually within a week. Yeah, I do want to confirm. Hang on. Right now, we are only able to review videos, a manual review, which is a person sitting down, only if you've had at least 1,000 views in the past 7 days. Hang on, let's cancel this a second. I uploaded this on the 17th of February 2012, and it's had 4.8 thousand views. That's not 1,000 views in the past 7 days. That's absolutely fuck all. Turns out that unless it's a video I'm releasing pretty much now, you know, very recently, I don't have 1,000 views in the last 7 days, and that is going to be the case for virtually every video that they've retroactively applied this bullshit to. So, request manual review. Yes, I do confirm. Submit for review. Then you sit there and you hope it goes through. You hope it goes through. It went through. Brilliant. Review requested. Right now, we're only able to review these, blah, blah, blah. We'll review your video once it reaches that threshold. Oh, superb. Thanks so much, YouTube. That's really, really helpful. Except it's not, because what the trouble with this is, it just means that, yeah, there's no advertising revenue for all of it. Now, this is where I will jump in and say, I am not anywhere near as affected by this as some people. Some people, doing Let's Plays is their job, or, you know, they do it to rely on income. And I'm talking about people with maybe 200, 300, 400,000 subscribers, where they get, you know, a lot of they churn out a lot of content, and they do it as their main time job. I don't. I only do this for fun, and the money on the side is great. It's lovely to have a little bit of money. It's negligible, the amount of money you get. You've got to have something like, you know, 5,000 views to gain 10 pence, which is about 15 cents in the US. But, you know, so that there's a lot of views you've got to get for almost no money. But hey, it's nice. It's especially nice on all the old content that I've made that will still get a little bit. It's like royalties over the year. Fantastic. I like that. So I'm really thirsty. I'm quite hungover. But what this means is that YouTube have just gone and said, right, we're going to apply this bullshit algorithm. Okay, we're just going to apply this algorithm that is just going to choose lots of videos from your channel, and it chose nearly 200 of mine. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason. I don't imagine there's some keywords like dead, you know, in Dead Space, or evil as in Evil Within. Both of those playlists were almost entirely affected, but not always. So, for example, most Dead Space was limited, or no ads rather. It's not limited at all. And it means that I don't get anything on those anymore. Okay, whatever. But 17, Dead Space Part 17. No, we'll limit that. Dead Space Part 19. Yep, we'll limit that. Dead Space Part 18. No, that's fine. Don't worry about that. It's not like someone sat down and listened to it, or they've run some sort of, I don't know, hate speech matching algorithm on the bloody video or something that has somehow listened to what I've said in it and decided that I can't have advertisements on it. It's just on keywords. It doesn't even seem to be just on keywords. As I say, Dead Space Part 18 is fine. The others, not fine. That's why it's so annoying. If I had every single video on my channel cancelled, then I'd at least go, okay, I understand why the algorithm's done it. It's gone, your channel has lots of this stuff on, let's do it, and then go through the reviews. It would suck, I don't want it to happen, but at least it would have some sort of semblance of sense, whereas this is just random and such bullshit, and other people have had exactly the same problem with it. So it's probably worth me saying now, why is this happening? So let me just pop this back up for you. Content that is not eligible for advertising. This is what YouTube links you to. This is, in fact, there you go, advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Okay? Content that is not eligible for advertising. We use technology and policy enforcement processes to determine if a video is eligible for advertising. Yeah, bullshit, do you? Because you haven't used anything to work out whether some of the dead spaces are or not. But I'll get over that. Okay. We continue to work hard to make our algorithms as accurate as possible and to understand nuances, including for categories like music, gaming, and news. Our intention is to treat each video based on context, including content that is clearly comedic, educational, or satirical in nature. Okay, if the following describes any portion of your video or video metadata, including the title, thumbnails, or tags, then the video may not be eligible for advertising. Okay, again, it's saying that it's going to look at the tags and the, you know, category and the metadata and all that and work it out. All of my fucking tags are the same. Dead Space, it's got the word dead in the title, it's got the word dead, in the description and in the tags, but it's just a game. Anyway, controversial issues and sensitive events. Video content that features or focuses on sensitive topics or events including, but not limited to, war, political conflicts, terrorism or extremism, death and tragedies, sexual abuse, even if graphic imagery is not shown, is generally not eligible for ads. Alright, so some sexual abuse is eligible for ads, is it? But a game about shooting aliens, which is clearly a game, is not eligible. Okay, drugs. Fine. Drugs and dangerous products or substances? No, don't be ridiculous. Harmful or dangerous acts? No, it's a game and a person sitting there shouting at it. Hateful content? I'm not promoting discrimination or disparaging or humiliating any individuals or group of people based on anything apart from the fact that, you know, aliens. But there you go. Inappropriate language. Right, now this is the one where I think it must have fallen down on. Video content that contains frequent uses of strong profanity or vulgarity throughout the video may not be eligible for advertising. Okay, I understand now. I swear quite a lot in my videos. I understand that, that's fine. But isn't swearing just part of everyday language? I'm not promoting anything I shouldn't be promoting. I'm not doing hate speech. I'm not doing terrorism. I'm playing a game, and I'm screaming at aliens that are coming at me, and occasionally an F word will jump out, or the word shit, or whatever. Occasional use of profanity won't necessarily result in your video being ineligible for advertising, but context matters. Necromorphs, that's my fucking context, okay? So that's my context for that. I'm playing a game, okay? I'm swearing and screaming at the game, and it's occasional. You know, it's just bullshit. But the main thing about it, and the other ones are inappropriate use of family entertainment characters, so, you know, family members engaged in violent, sexual, or otherwise inappropriate behaviours, whatever, incendiary and demeaning, other than to necromorphs, sexually suggestive content, no violence. Focal point is on blood, violence, or injury when presented without additional context. Ice cream van. That's the crap one that doesn't do Mr. Whippy. Violence in the normal course of video gameplay is generally acceptable for advertising, but montages where gratuitous violence is the focal point are not. There you go. Fantastic. It's ridiculous. So I understand that, okay, I understand the swearing part, but it's not like someone's gone and manually looked at my channel and gone, this has maybe a little bit too much swearing, this one's fine, this one's fine. It's an algorithm. An algorithm that is based, presumably, on tags and all that sort of bullshit. It's not based on someone sitting down and looking through my video. But here they say, we will offer to, if you click the manual review process bullshit, then we will get a person within 7 days to come and sit down and review your video, but only if you've had 1,000 or more views in the past 7 days. Yeah. So that's almost no one on YouTube, unless it's a video that you've released like yesterday and all of your subscribers have just watched it. Okay, so I'm getting maybe 10 views a month on some of those old videos, and there's no chance it's ever going to happen. And that means that's happening to every single smallish channel like mine, and even the ones that are bigger than mine, and of course ones that are even smaller than mine, all getting absolutely pummeled by this. It's completely annoying. And there was no warning. When they were talking about no gameplay, you know, fair use content, all that, they gave us months of warning, YouTube did. But this, nothing. It just happened. I'm getting a dry mouth. Must be all the anger. And I'm ranting as well. I've been on for 12 minutes and I've got through like a third of my list. But anyway, there must be absolutely millions of these to check. People sending in requests for manual reviews. I had to sit for 1 hour and 3/4 on Friday afternoon clicking through all these manually, and I have RSI, so that wasn't fun. I had to do it with my foot pedals, which I've got, but it doesn't matter. I had to go through all of that, and it took so long just to do it. And even clicking on it, I mean, you saw a successful one go through there, but some of them took up to 6 attempts just to work. You know, I clicked review. It sat there for 5 seconds loading, and then it just defaulted back to the thing where it said, click here to request a review. I had to do it 6 times, and each one of those 6 times was 3 individual clicks. Ridiculous. So now some poor fucker has got to sit down. Yeah, I said fucker. I've got context. You're going to flag me? Anyway, some poor fucker has got to sit down and review entire videos. And guess what? They have started to. And to their credit, because I'm going to make this a balanced video, I'll prepare their argument later. Look, not suitable for all advertisers, review requested. So some poor bastard has to sit down and watch that. But, oh, no, they don't, because I released it over a month ago, and that means that it's not had 1,000 in the last 7 days, and it never will have. And so it's just going to sit in limbo forever. And I've got there's nothing I can do about it. Okay? So, fantastic. And all that is, right, is a bunch of 4 people sitting down. I think we swore maybe twice in the entire 6.5 minute video. Alright, maybe that's a bit restrictive. But it was not vulgarity. It was not continuous profanity. It was context related. We were jumping at a scary film. Occasional profanity. But yeah, that's never going to get me any money ever again. Okay, it's just going to sit there. Fine. Alien Isolation compilation. This one I understand a little bit more. There was a shit count at the end. 91 times did I say shit. That's sort of okay. I understand that. Confirmed by manual review. Someone sat down and watched through the entire thing and confirmed it. However, Layers of Fear, full game part 8 ending. I don't know why it's showing up in this list because it says limited or no ads. Maybe I need to turn it back on. But that one was flagged. And someone has sat down and reviewed it. They've reviewed sort of 5 or 6 and said that they're okay. But I don't know how that one's worked, because that hasn't had 1,000 in the past 7 days. It's full of horrible, scary, like blood and scary things happening. Me swearing. It's the ending. I'm swearing all the time in it. So there's no rhyme or reason. That's what I say. You know, I can sort of get where they're coming from in some of these respects, but it's just, there's no rhyme or reason. And then you've got the subjectivity of someone sitting down and going, I deem this inappropriate. If I'd had, say, Kevin instead of, say, Julia, he might have gone, oh, actually it's fine. Julia might have been particularly sensitive to whatever and chosen to flag it. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so that's the problem. I understand that something needs to be done to keep advertisers happy, and YouTube, this is where I'm going to balance this out. YouTube wouldn't be doing this, and wouldn't be doing this so suddenly if they didn't have good reason, because all they are doing is really, really pissing off a lot of the community. And yeah, to keep the advertisers happy, that's fine. There wouldn't be adverts if they weren't doing it, or there would be much fewer, because lots of people don't want to be associated, they don't want their brands, their products, to be associated with, say, a video that's just been about Hitler or white supremacy, or you can tell what I've been listening to in the news recently. But that sort of thing. Okay, I understand that. First of all, you've got to understand it's not a relation. It's a video showing, sorry, it's an advert showing on before something that someone has clicked on. Just because someone clicks on it, it's not, oh, cream eggs, oh, right, Cadbury's must be a bunch of Nazis because it was on this white supremacist video. No, you clicked onto the white supremacist video and you are watching it. You chose to do that, for fuck's sake. Secondly, what's a bit of profanity in context, which is what mine is, compared to someone, I don't know, putting ISIS executions on YouTube, something like that, or really disparaging horrible racism or something like that. What is the difference? There is a huge difference there between those two things, and people like me and my channel are getting punished for this sort of thing. Why didn't they just go, there must be better ways of doing it. Why didn't they go, okay, first of all, let's, on every single advert that plays at the start, or somewhere on the page or whatever, so easy, you just have something that comes up saying, this advert is in no way related to, or no way endorsed by, or whatever, the video that follows it, or this video is no way endorsed by the advertising that's on it. They're completely separate. We have randomly chosen this ad, or we've targeted this ad through our targeting methods, or whatever. Maybe that's where the tricky bit lies, actually, now I think about it. But, you know, absolve yourself, absolve your advertisers, keep your revenue coming in, because Google's losing out on this, right? They're losing out on a lot of revenue. That, you know, all of these videos now, 200 of mine, they're not getting any revenue now. Yes, I'm not getting a huge number of views on them, but it's a tiny little bit of trickling money, and that's just my channel out of the millions that this will be affecting. So there you go. Second thing they should have done, instead of just randomly running this fucking algorithm that makes no sense, and as I say, presumably in some part relies on the tags, the title, the description, all that sort of thing, maybe even the comments. Why didn't they just have the list of videos that have been flagged? Because, hey, whenever I come across a video that's not suitable, or I think, wow, that's hate speech, or wow, that's abuse, or whatever, I have come across them from time to time. They do just pop up when you don't want them, and that's the sort of thing they should be getting rid of. You just click flag, you report the video as inappropriate, you send it, then they've got it on a list, which presumably they review at some point if it gets to a certain threshold. But why not incorporate that into the algorithm? Why not tell their advertisers that, look, we are going to ban your adverts from being run on all of these videos that have been flagged and anything exactly like them. But it's the addition, it's the way they've implemented it is so shoddy, and it's so ridiculous, and it's so punishing to small and gaming channels. It really is. So getting back to what I was saying then, this is not even a big problem for me. It's not a problem really at all. It's not going to stop me making content at all. It makes me sort of not want to, because I think, well, fuck you, YouTube, why should I give you more money just so you can sort of do a really soft kind of censorship? It's not censorship, but you could sort of argue that it's a very soft censorship. Shit, I thought it was a spider, but it's not. Oh, I said shit. Are you going to fucking suppress my video. Anyway, so it's not censorship because they're still allowing it to be put up, that's fine, but they're just removing any financial incentive for doing so. Anyway, there's no guidance other than that sort of slightly vague list that doesn't really explain why my videos have been challenged. As I say, it's not my main source of income. I do this for fun, and the little bit of money I get on the side from the advertisements, which you kindly watch or click on or whatever, is great. And it you know, I wouldn't miss it if it was gone, because it's that small, but it is nice to have it, and it does just sort of help out with little day things here and there. But, you know, I've put lots of effort into a lot of the videos on this channel, and suddenly it's like, nope, we're not doing it. You have to have 1,000 views in the last 7 days in order to be able to get it requested to be reviewed. And even then, like the Alien Isolation compilation, confirmed by manual review, not suitable for all advertisers. There's no appeal, there's no anything, there's no sort of request for a recount or anything like that. It's just done. That video is done. And I don't know if they'll ever review that ever again. When they change their policy in the future, will they say all videos going forwards will now be subjected to this new thing, which won't, you know, we won't mind about a bit of profanity or a bit of gameplay or whatever. But will it apply to old ones that they've already stifled? Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, there's lots of people who rely on this income. There's a lot of people, I can think of a couple that I know, in fact, personally, and also ones that I don't know personally, but have, you know, I've spent years watching and really appreciate their content, and suddenly, you know, they are fucked. They've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos that are now flagged. They can't use it, and they're not going to get any more revenue from them ever again. So that sucks. That's like having a massive pay cut or losing your job or going part-time or something without wanting to. Anyway, so that sucks. As I say, it doesn't affect me that much. It's the principle for me, and it's also the fact that it's fucking over so many people, and it's just so unfair. I do see why they're doing it. They do need to do something, because they need to keep their advertisers happy. You know, I'm the first to admit that without happy advertisers, they will go somewhere else. They won't pay YouTube any longer, and that means that me and other people won't be paid for it either if the advertisers aren't kept happy. Okay, I understand. However, why not do it in a better way? There are so many improvements you could make. Rather than a yes, no, why don't you have a, when you file your advertisement, advertiser, dear advertiser, click on the things that you wouldn't mind. Just, you know, just set up a profile that means that, oh yeah, gameplay videos, fine. There's plenty of adverts on YouTube that feature, you know, game trailers that have lots of violence and swearing in them. Why aren't they running on my violence and swearing gameplay video? You know, it just beggars belief. YouTube must have just had some sort of thing. They must have had their hands tied for this. There's no way they would have done this, you know, as part of just daily process. They have been forced into it somehow. There's been something happen within YouTube, I'm sure, or Google, and they've had to choose to do this and throw it in so badly. So it sucks. It's really, really bullshit, and as I say, it won't affect me making content. I sort of don't want to give YouTube the satisfaction, but there you go. I've done all I can, and I've put my message out because I agree. I don't think this should be happening to channels like mine, and, well, my channel and channels like mine. I am worried about All Top 5s. That is a channel that contains some things that are paranormal or violent or scary or whatever in an informational, educational context, but all of my, you know, that's where the money comes from for me for YouTube. I made that channel entirely as a business venture. I want to do it in order to get money. I want to do it to, you know, entertain people and inform people and, you know, get a bit of engagement going on. But primarily, I did it because I'm dedicating a shit ton of time to it, and I really want to get paid for it. So if they run their fucking algorithm thing and take off like 60 out of my 100 videos or whatever it is, then I'm screwed, and that makes me not want to do any more, because, you know, what's the point if it's just, why should I put several hours into a video if it's just going to get flagged and I'm going to get no revenue from it? So there you go. There was one thing I was going to say. Yeah, the last thing is, I've read lots of people say this. Why don't you just go to Twitch? Why don't you go to a different video hosting thing? Well, because I've got 1,000 fucking videos on Storpy. I don't live stream, and Twitch's UI and video on demand, video hosting service, it's nowhere near as good. There's no subscriptions. I don't have sorry, there's no subscriptions. There's no good suggested content like there is on YouTube. You know, it's just stupid. I don't have a fan base on YouTube. Everything on Twitch, I'm losing my mind now. So that it doesn't work for me, and it won't work for loads and loads of other people as well. You know, why don't you move? It's that same old thing. You can't use that as an argument. It's like, oh, I hate commuting all the way to London to go to work. Well, why don't you just move further in? Well, because it costs hundreds of thousands of pounds. You know, you can't always just do something because you want to. But anyway, that's in response to a lot of comments I've seen on other people's videos. Oh, why don't you just go to Twitch? Well, there's no advertising revenue on there at all, really. Well, I suppose there is, maybe. See, that's it. I don't know very much about it, but when I've used it, it's just not the same. Anyway, I don't want to finish on that because that's a crap thing. Yeah, I suppose I could fake or bot 1,000 views on each of these videos somehow, but A, that's disingenuous, B, that's a dick move, which is pretty much A, and C, there's still no guarantee it'll be reinstated after 7 days, because the manual check will say yay or nay. But there you go, you know, and as I say, like, final thing to mention is, so limited or no ads remain on Alien Isolation. They've said that one's not suitable. However, I See You, which I released recently, which is me just shouting fuck and there's loads of scary stuff happening, that's fine. Someone sat down and reviewed that and it's fine. What about this? At Contemp, you know, that one, that's me shouting and swearing for 10 minutes. Who knows? Who knows how it works? Something needed to be done, but this wasn't it, and this wasn't the way to do it. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope that sort of made it clear to you all. Those of you who have stuck around for the last 26.5 minutes, let me know what you think in the comments. I'm really interested to hear. Again, I'm not being a baby and going, oh, my revenue, I'm a big child. And as I say, you know, if I was making shit tons of money off videos that other people send in for me to just watch, then that would be a bit funny. But I don't. I make enough to buy a beer a week, if that, off them, all of them combined. So whatever. It's yeah, that's the long and short. I've run out of things to say. Lucky you. Anyway, let me know what you say. Let me know what you think, rather. Let me know if you've been affected by it. I'm dreading logging into Storpmela sometime next week to see what's been going on there. I know we haven't uploaded videos recently to that anyway. It's such a up and down thing. Sometimes we're really keen and sometimes we're really not. So apologies for that. But yeah, who knows? That's got even less chance of getting 1,000 views on each video in the past 7 days. So we could be screwed there as well. But hey, whatever. It's all life, isn't it? See you on the next video anyway, where I'll hopefully be a bit happier, if a bit more shitting my pants. So thank you, and fuck, cunt, shit, damn, wank, twat, arsehole. Thanks, I'll see you there, Mr. Manual Reviewer.